Joining us now is Chris Normyle, and he is the sponsorship guys. And you know, without sponsors, races usually don't happen. Chris, how you doing, man?
Good, Alan. Good to be here.
So let's talk about sponsorships. I've worked with Shell for years,
Yeah.
and I look at some of the guys that work with Shell and some of the racers, and you know, some of the sponsorships you guys have are pretty phenomenal.
Yes, they are.
Why do you guys do this?
Well, lots of reasons. Primarily, a sponsorship is really a terrific platform for Shell to talk about its products, entertain key clients, key stakeholders. It's just a different way to engage,
Right.
and a very effective way to engage. So be it a golf sponsorship, Shell Houston Open, or the Shell and Pennzoil Grand Prix, or a Formula One relationships,
Right.
It's a way to reach out in a different manner. Right?
Well, to me, it seems like, too, this is just a giant R&D exercise.
Yeah.
I mean, because of all the research and development that is actually going on every day at the race.
Yeah. You've heard it mentioned that the track is a laboratory for today's challenges to meet tomorrow's mobility challenges, and that's really what it's all about. I mean, it's ultimately you can take what we're at our technology centers, what we're working on there. The track is a great way to test that in real time, and then see what we need to do to refine it, to improve it, so when the public is buying the products the next day, they've got the best lab tests possible.
Yeah, no question. Let's talk about a day in the life of Chris Normyle. You get to just go and meet with the teams and talk to people and talk about the agenda, and what's your life like that?
I happen to, myself and my colleague Heidi Massibong, we believe we have the greatest jobs in the world, certainly within Shell, and so in some ways, shape, or form, we're doing exactly what we talk about. We're engaging with our key sponsor folks that we sponsor, like Team Penske,
Right.
spending time with Roger Penske and his phenomenal team, or on the golf side, working with the PGA Tour, the Houston Golf Association. We'll work with them to try to leverage the sponsorship, expand it, find different ways to improve upon it. And so we get what we're looking for within the context of the sponsorship element.
So talk about the Shell mobility experience. What's this all about for you guys?
Well, we've talked already about the track being a laboratory. So this is a way for us to bring what we do in our actual laboratories and for the public to come in and experience with our some of our Shell scientists who are here, you people wearing the white lab coats of things that they're working on in the Shell Technology Centers. It's a way for the public to see, test, feel, and then get their hands on a real live experience on how we go to market with some of our products. At the same time, it's we overuse the word interactive. What's in here is fun.
Yeah.
You can build a saltwater car. You can test your skills in some of our simulators. At the same time, witness firsthand with our scientists the magic behind the science. And come down and spend some time watching the race, then come inside here in the Reliant Arena, and then you can see it all come together.
Well, nice too that it's here on the track, start-finish line right outside the door.
Right there.
And it's cool in here when it's hot outside.
It's cool for both ways. Cool temperature-wise, and it's a pretty cool wow factor.
Well, it's nice to be able to get. Well, it's nice to be able to get in out of the heat or the rain if it starts raining, but also to come in and you kind of expand your consciousness of what when you go and put the gas in the car. There's more going on than just gasoline with Shell.
Exactly right, and it's, as I said before, it's the magic, what's behind the magic of making the product, and there's a little bit of a wow factor with it because you walk in and you go, I didn't know that. That's how they do that, and it certainly summarizes the technology behind all that's been. It's just not like you say, showing up and putting product in your tank at the Shell station.
Yeah.
It's what happens behind it. And you can learn about some of our programs like the FRN ability for you can save money on the next fill up, and so just different ways of experience what is more than just Shell, or really all that is Shell, I should say.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because again, when we put gasoline in our cars, we don't realize that there's a guy spinning a wheel behind me. We don't realize exactly what we're doing. And a lot of the automakers actually have tier 1 suppliers, meaning that they're a preferred supplier, and I know Shell is one of those tier 1 suppliers.
Absolutely, we are and have been for as long as I've been with Shell. And so having a tier 1 status is very important to us because it talks about the quality. You go to one of our 14,000 facilities around the country and you'll see quality products.
Yeah.
And it's all about it. It's talking about the quality fuel that you're going to purchase at a Shell facility throughout the US. Not only fuel, but lubricants. in terms of what's being what's being showcased here is Pennzoil Platinum with Pure Plus technology, the latest and greatest in terms of natural gas, in terms of what it brings, and that is a game changer.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Been a pleasure. Yep.
Well, it's without these sponsorships, a lot of these guys wouldn't be able to be doing what they're doing on the racetrack or even on the golf course. And you never know. I'm Alan Taylor. There is more. Stay with us.
In the 1970s, we started to look at sources of energy other than just crude oil. And one of those was natural gas.
The process of turning a natural gas into a liquid has many applications in terms of developing full synthetic motor oils with unique properties.
Natural gas is a very interesting source of energy because it's very clean.
Essentially free of all the contaminants that come in crude oil. So when you start more pure, you end up more pure. Shell Pure Plus technology truly is a revolutionary process for making motor oils. By creating these high-tier lubricants, we enable the engine manufacturers to push their hardware further to really function at its optimum.
When I walk through these labs, I see that our initial effort 40 years ago has led to something that's really big.